This week on The Fever, we're going to be targeting Central Alberta mule deer, following Ryan Friend through the highs and lows that come with trying to fill this general archery tag. Focusing on a territory that our family has been hunting for 30 years, our hopes and expectations are high. Through countless hours of scouting and stealth cam pictures, we've located a handful of bucks that meet the criteria of what we are looking for. The by far front runner and number one on our wish list was a wide, deep-forked buck that we had named Lenny. Having done our homework on this buck, studying his preseason routine and habits from a safe distance, we could only hope that the season would open before what we had learned would go out the window and his routine would change.
We were just out touring looking for bull moose. I was lucky enough to be drawn out here, and we're in the same area that we've been hunting Lenny. We just got a call from Ryan and Mark. They have found him. He's in the bottom of a valley. He's with another good buck. Sounds like it's a very stalkable situation, so we're meeting up with them quick. Matt's there too. He's going to film from a high vantage point. Once we get there, we'll set a game plan with Ryan and Mark, figure out where guys need to be, and hopefully we can get an arrow in them.
We found Lenny. We just got sprayed down. We're headed down in the coulee for a stalk, and let's hope we can get him tonight. Matt's sitting up on the hill. He's got eyes on him for us. He's gonna watch. They haven't moved, so let's hope they stay there. The wind is gonna really play in a factor for us here. So here we go.
Mark and Ryan have a stalk going on a beautiful mule deer. We've named him Lenny. We found him. He's bedded. He's got one more buck with him, and right now the boys are probably about 400 yards away. They're starting to close in. I'm just sitting here across on the opposite side of the valley. I got the phone scope out. I got the vortex spotter out, so I'm just watching the buck in case they bust him to see where he goes. And front row seats to what I hope to be a great show.
Stripping his velvet. That's why we hunt. Very happy. Couldn't be more proud.
We got a visual on the buck. He's about 40 yards away.
Great story on this bull. I've been after him all year.
This whole experience was incredible. This is why I hunt.
We're about 200 yards away. He's just down below us here. This is the first chance in 2 years that I've had to chase this deer. He's never ever given me an opportunity, so here we go. Let's hope it's the stars align tonight. us from here. He can't see us from here. I'm 100 yards away from him. He's just around this corner. Hopefully I can get a big stew into him. They're walking away.
The Fever is brought to you by APA Archery, Vortex Optics, Deluxe Wall Tents, Affordable Hydrovac, K&K Food Liner, and these other fine partners.
I'm 100 yards away from him. He's just around this corner. Hopefully I can get a big stew into him. This is gonna be tough, man. Nine yards. I can see him clear as day. I can't see Lenny. We're 80 yards away. We're handcuffed. The one is standing, looking right at us. This deer's gonna feed right to us. He's coming this way. I can't really tell. He's facing away. Can't get range because of the trees. The small one's right here.
Mark and Ryan have closed in on that buck. And from where the buck was, they got up and fed around for a little bit. And they're probably about 30 or 40 yards from where the buck was. But they did go back to their beds. So now they're probably about 70 or 80 yards from Mark and Ryan. So I think they're probably just gonna wait it out and wait for the deer to stand on their own. Pretty exciting. I mean, I'm on the other side of the valley and my heart's racing.
Well, I got my chance at Lenny here. 50 yards. There was a twig in the way. He was walking fast. I stopped him. I let her rip and I hit a twig, and we think it went over his back, but we're just trying to find the arrow. So we'll find it and go from there.
I am heartbroken. That poor kid. Been there. Oh. You know, they made a great play. They got right in on him. And I guess he just called me. He said it was a 50-yard shot. So, you know, he should be able to make a 50-yard shot all day. I've seen him shoot, but apparently he hit a twig, which can happen to the best of us. When you're hunting, a little optimism can go a long way. So that's what I'm going to go with. We're going to see that deer again.
After his close encounter with Lenny, we had decided to let that particular area settle down before applying any more hunting pressure to it. Our hope was that Lenny would return to that valley, and when he did, we wanted him to feel as comfortable and secure as possible, at which time we might be able to get a second chance at him. Now, the story of Lenny is far from over and will be continued on next week's episode. But for now, when this wide buck that we had watched numerous times in the preseason showed himself in a stalkable situation, it didn't take long for Ryan to decide to make a play on him.
Well, we're out today. Trav and I come out for a drive this morning. We were after moose, but didn't see a whole lot, so we switched our game plan to mule deer, and we just found a pretty good one that we got footage of earlier in the year. And he's just bedded down in the canola crop, so we're gonna head in and hopefully get him.
He's bedded in some canola with another smaller buck. I'm set up about 250 yards away. I got the vortex spotter, I got the phone scope, I got the Bluetooth shutter. Right now I'm set. All you can see is the tips of the tines of this buck. As soon as he stands, I'm just gonna click the button and hope that I get this shot on film. I don't know exactly where Ryan is. Last I seen him, he was angling right towards the bucks. The wind is good. It should be in our favor here, so stay tuned. We hope to get one down.
Trav and I just spotted this deer. He's about a couple hundred yards. We watched him bed. We're just gonna head in right now, see if we can't close the distance on him.
Well, we're about 80 yards out. I got about 30 yards to make. I'd like to be 50 yards or under. So I'm gonna have to belly crawl. There's a deer trail through the canola, so I'm hoping that I can get on it and make that 30 yards up. So here we go. I got to 50 yards now. Trav's sitting up back on the hill. He's watching just in case this deer busts, just so that we can get back on him. If this deer stands, I'm gonna take the shot. The buck is still bedded. He has no idea I'm here. So now it's kind of turned into a waiting game.
I got an arrow in him. It's about 50-yard shot. Trap's up on the hill. He's seen him bed back down. I'm just watching him from where I am. He's a little far back on the shot, so we're just gonna give him a little time and maybe get in on a follow-up shot. He just slipped back in this little bluff here, so we're just gonna give him a little bit and go in and see if we can't get another arrow into him.
No second arrow needed. This buck was dead where it laid. Dead? Congratulations to Ryan Friend on both a great stock and an exceptional Alberta archery mule deer. When we return, we will catch up with Ryan's brother Chance Friend as he tries to close on a late season buck to fill his tag and freezer. This segment of The Fever is brought to you by Vortex Optics.
It's having a nap. Must be nice.
Ryan's brother Chance Friend also has a muley tag that he's trying to fill before November when a draw tag is required in this zone.
We just spotted a mule deer that I have some history with. I've seen him lots. Me and Matt are gonna go try to do a stalk in here and try to get close. Kyle's sitting up in the truck from afar, and he's gonna try to get it all on film. So hopefully we can get him. He's bedded down the slough bottom. So wish us luck.
So it's later in October now, and we're getting short on time here for muleys with a bow. The crops are all down now. It's a lot more difficult now. So Chance has seen this buck a few times in the area, and figures now's about time, to get something down on the ground and fill his freezer. So I'm going to film from afar. Matt and Chance are going to creep in along the edge here. He's bedded in the slough bottom. Yeah, with any luck, we'll have one down here in a half hour or so.
Well, we got a visual on the buck. He's about 40 yards away. I'm gonna go up around the bush to keep the wind in my favor. Matt's gonna stay here and film. Hopefully I can close these 20 yards and get a better shot angle on him. Wish me luck.
So we got set up here. We're about 40 yards away. Chance is gonna circle around, try to close the distance. And there's a little bit of an opening in the bush. You'll probably get a better shot angle from. So we're just gonna hang tight here. Hopefully the steer will stand. There he is.
I smoked him! Got him, Matty!
Can you see him?
Down! He's down! What a shot! Wow, it was amazing. I've been hunting this buck for, a couple days here. It's been getting down to the nitty-gritty. I've been starting to play hockey, so tough for time. And yeah, I just seen him, and we happened to get a good stalk on him, and I made an awesome shot, and 40 yards he's down. PX2, unreal brought it, I tell you. Woo! So pumped. I got him. Yeah, he's down. I got it all up from here too. I seen you. Yeah. Right on, buddy. Nice shooting. Yeah, it was 20 yards. And I couldn't see the deer when he stood up. He was quartering pretty hard, but I was able to sneak her in there, and looked like the arrow went right through. There's blood everywhere. He went like 40 yards. You saw him already down? Oh yeah, he's down. Right on. He didn't even move. He fell right into the bush. It's good. Didn't have to go very far. 40 yards. He went and piled up. Pretty happy with him. I mean, not the big one I was looking for, but time's getting tough right now, and I don't have as much time as I usually do, so made a good shot on him. He only went 40 yards, and I'm gonna have some good eats now. Stay tuned, you're watching The Fever.
The Fever is brought to you by APA Archery, Vortex Optics, Deluxe Wall Tents, Affordable Hydrovac, K&K Food Liner, and these other fine partners. For the latest updates and prize giveaways, follow The Fever on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Next week, we're going to pick up on the story of the wide-framed, deep-forked buck named Lenny as Mark Sturko takes pursuit with a draw tag in his pocket.
So he went out the back. I don't know. The doe went out the back. He went out the back.